Your next game comes along, and I bet you and the players can't wait.
Yeah, we love Friday nights, and always a special atmosphere at Brenton Park. Crewe will bring a good support as well, so it should make for a fantastic atmosphere, and we're really looking forward to it. We'll be ready.
Yeah, it's a nice little local derby in a sense, and you play them twice in succession as well. Does that make the games any more different than they would normally be?
I don't know, because the second one's a cup game, so we'll play probably the same sort of team as what we played against Leeds, so we'll make a lot of changes for that. But no, it's good. We're looking forward to Friday night, and it's always, like I say, a special atmosphere, and everybody loves it. The players love it, and the fans love it. So it's a good game to get involved in. When
teams go through a bad run, sometimes we hear about maybe you try and change something maybe in training or whatever. But when you're on a good run, is it all about repetition in a way, doing the same thing that you did the week before?
Yeah, a wee bit of that, but keep pushing. We're still trying to improve the group. There's still a lot of improvement to be made in the group. So no, we keep pushing them and keep trying to get better and better and more consistent and more slicker with the football and defend better and set pieces and all of that. So we just keep pushing and pushing. So you're never ever happy with where you're at. You always want to try and push it forward and get it to a better place.
I know managers deep down probably like clean sheets because it shows that you're organised and tight at the back, but you do play as a team, not just the defenders. So how pleased are you at the way that the whole team is playing at the moment?
Yeah, we're very pleased, but like I say, we want to keep it improving. We're not sitting here and patting myself in the back and saying that we've cracked anything yet. No, we've got to keep going. We've got to keep getting better. There's still, even though we're getting results in games, there's still much to be improved in other parts of the game. Same as if you lose a game, there's still good parts in it as well. That's what you've got to do as a coach. But no, there's still a lot to be improved on, but we're getting results and we're certainly moving in the right direction. So that's good.
The most important thing at the moment is the points differential rather than the placings, because it feels like you haven't really moved up the table very much, even though you've obviously moved up in terms of points.
Yeah, just got to keep going. And it is one game at a time, one training day at a time, one half at a time, all the kind of things. That's all we try and do is try and improve all the time. And we really do. I apologise if I sound boring, but that is really what we do. We come in every day looking to try and improve on everything that we are and just keep trying to move things forward.
What challenge will Crewe pose for you? Because they made a really good start to the season, but maybe just struggling a little bit at the moment, but still very much in there, aren't they?
It's always difficult to play against Crewe. They're always good technical players. They've always sort of been at the club for a while, so they always are very proud to play for Crewe, that type of thing. So it's a local derby, just like you said. There'll be a big atmosphere here, so it makes for a really, really good game. We know that as we always have to be, we have to be at our best to get results. So that's what we'll aim to try and do, regardless of who we're playing against. Just try and be the best version of yourself. And again, that's what we're trying to do on Friday night.
Two teams who like to play football the right way. It was almost a cliche about Crewe that they always play pure football. Is that still the case within football circles?
Yeah, I think everybody sort of looks at Crewe and thinks that way of them. I think that would be fair to say that they want to play football, ball on the floor, playing it from the back and all that kind of stuff. So that they've always been like that, and every credit to them for that. But we need to keep going with our identity and what we want to do. Of course, we will know what we need to know about them, but we have to try and concentrate on us and what we're going to do and be the best version of ourselves and cause Crewe problems. But like I keep saying, it'll be I expect a really good game on Friday.
Interesting little phase of the season now for you, because you've had all this success on the road, winning a lot of away games, but you've got a few home games coming up now. So in a way, ideally, you could capitalise on what you've done away from home and try and turn that into some results at home.
Well, we hope so. But like I say, it'll be about tomorrow's game, taking care of that, and then moving on to the next training day. That's all we'll do. Of course, we know there's an opportunity there that there's a few home games coming up, and we're usually very good at home. But you've got to then be very good at home. You can't just rely on saying, "Oh, I've been good at home before." But you've got to go and deliver on that now. So we'll make sure that the players are ready and in the moment and go and perform as the games come, and keep trying to move things forward.
You must be pleased as well that when the run kind of started, you did have a few injury problems, 1 or 2 players coming back now. How pleasing is that you've been able to come through what could have been a really difficult patch for you?
Well, it was, but plus we were integrating a lot of new players into the group, and not just in the first 11, but into the group in general as well. So there's quite a lot of new faces here. And yeah, you're quite rightly, there was a few injuries as well that we had to deal with as well. But that's part and parcel of football. What was kept saying to people was we had to keep going, and we would get to a place where we would start to try and get results. And even when we start getting results, we'll keep trying to improve it. And that's where we're at the minute. Just keep trying to move forward and find that consistency that's needed to work forward from. So we're trying to do it at the minute.
So a lot of games coming up shortly. So do you try and keep a winning team intact in terms of selection, or are you still looking to be careful with how you use players?
No, we try and pick the team that we think will get as a result. We never. It's as simple as that. We try and pick players that we think can get us a win, and if that means that it's consistency of formation or personnel because of the partnerships that we think will give us a better chance of winning, then we'll keep them. But if we think that maybe we just can get something more out of somebody that's not been playing or as wasn't in the last game, we would do that. But they're all here to play. That's the thing about it. But I would never, like I've said before, I'd never be reckless with a team to try and show what we've got in the group. I'd pick a team that I think was going to win and going to perform the way that Tranmere need to perform on Friday night.
And finally, and with that in mind, how are you looking in terms of this game? Have you got anyone doubtful or any players likely to come in?
No, we're okay. So we've managed to, if the game was this afternoon, as I always say, we would be okay. Everybody would more or less, apart from the long termers, be available. Tom's probably going to come back. Tom Davis is probably going to come back onto the grass next week. So that's another experienced player back into the group. So long may that continue, we can steer clear of injuries and suspensions and things like that, and keep pushing things forward.